Hi everybody, Brent Jones, do Home Source Realty. How are you? Thought we'd do something a little different this time. I've had a lot of people ask me a lot of questions, and I was thinking about doing a separate Facebook Live for each and every one. And I may get into some of it in separate videos, but I thought we'd just kind of do a real estate 101, answer as many buyer and seller questions as possible in this one video, and hopefully this will be helpful for you. Before we get into it, click notifications, follow me, like this video, and leave a comment. So, all right, so let's get into some questions, and I hope I can read my own handwriting. Question number one, how to sell your house for more money. I would say in this ridiculous seller's market, stick a sign in your yard. That would be a good suggestion. The market's ridiculously hot, and in certain price ranges and in certain areas, you should get multiple offers in a short amount of time, and a certain percentage of those should be cash above asking price. So in a more traditional market, it would be make some repairs. You know, again, if there's mechanical or structural things, you need to address those for insurance purposes and for lending purposes and for appraisal purposes like foundation, roof, that kind of thing. But really in this market, as hot as the market is, you really shouldn't have to make a whole lot of repairs at all. And we've talked about that in other videos. Paint, let the new buyer paint. If they don't like the color of the paint, good, let them paint it. That's why there's Lowe's and Home Depot. But number one is put your house on the market. Get yourself a good realtor. I'll be happy to help. Question number two, how do you get access to houses before they get on the MLS? A lot of online houses are picked over and overpriced, and you have a ton of buyer competition. I mean, we've talked before about one realtor friend of mine. She got 37 offers in 4 days. What can you do to avoid that? Well, I've got a program called a program where we can get you houses that are not currently listed on the MLS. Now, these are not listed properties. These are not pocket listings. These are not houses that are listed and I'm not making them available to everybody. These are houses that are pre-listed. These are basically sellers that are thinking about selling their house, but they haven't listed it yet. I'll spend my own money. You tell me what area it's important to you. I'll go in. I'll do my own marketing. I'll spend my own money, and let's see if we can find them homeowners that would entertain possibly selling their house. That way you'd have, it won't be picked over, you'll have a lot less competition. Dream Home Finder program is what we call that. Okay, what's next? What's the difference between agents? Just as in any profession, you're going to have the good, the bad, and the not so good. You have that in every profession. I think if an agent truly has your interest at heart, they're not just focused on the commission. I've been doing this for 30 years. I learned a long time ago, if you chase the commission, you'll constantly be broke. But if you focus on your customers' needs and wants and provide the best customer service you can, the money will chase you. Not all realtors understand that. Some realtors are in it specifically for the commission. But if you find an agent that truly has your best interest at heart and the commission is secondary to them, that's what I would recommend. What's the next question? Does it matter what brokerage your agent is with? I'm going to say no. And I know a lot of people that own real estate brokerages would disagree with me, but I'm going to say no. I think it comes down to the agent. Again, think about it now. You're going to put your house on the market. Does the logo on the sign in the front yard really make a difference? I think it boils down to the agent. For instance, if you're a talented athlete, does it really matter what team you're on? You're still talented. If the agent is talented and they know what they're doing, and again, they have your best interest at heart, the brokerage is secondary. To me, it comes down to the agent. Next question. When's the best time of the year to sell? In this ridiculous seller's market, I would say now. Now, go get a realtor, put a sign in your yard, get listed on the MLS. Here we go. Now, the traditional answer to that question would be springtime. because whether you realize it or not, we hibernate. We, as humans, we go into our houses in fall and we stay there all winter and we come back out in spring. And when we come back out in spring, that's when we're out and about. We want to do things. We're thinking about looking for houses. A lot of buyers want to go looking in spring, get the deal done, and be in the house before the next new school year starts. So typically, the saying in real estate is, as the temperature warms up, so does the market. But right now, the market is hot, 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 hot. All right, should I buy first or sell first? Good question. With houses selling as fast as they are, a lot of sellers, their concern is, if I sell my house, what am I going to do? I'm going to go live under a bridge for a while. What am I going to do? You don't want to sell your house out from under you. So my recommendation would be, let's go look and see what's out there. Let's go see what your buying options would be, and that would be pre-existing homes and new construction. Nothing wrong with new construction. And again, different builders, they have houses that are ready to go now, houses that can close in a month, houses that can close in 3 or 4 months, houses that can close in 6 to 8 months. So whatever time schedule you're on, we ought to be able to find you a builder that can accommodate that. But let's go look first. Let's go see what's out there before you put your house on the market. And then when we find what you want, then let's put your house on the market. And with this hot seller's market, you should sell your house very quickly. All right, next up, should I use a online lender or a local bank? We've done a video on this before. My opinion is you should use a local lender. The online folks are like an algorithm out of New York. They don't know Texas from a hole in the ground. They don't know how to get things closed here. They don't know our taxes. They don't know our procedures. They don't know our insurance rates. By the way, when you go to something like Zillow and they quote you a price of what your monthly payment would be, you understand that's not correct. That's not PITI. That's not principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. It's just principal and interest. So that's why the payments are always so low, because they don't have a clue. My opinion would be use a local lender. Why? Because that's all they do is mortgages. If they don't get you closed, they don't get paid. They're motivated because they want to do a good job for you, but they're also motivated because if this doesn't close, they don't make any money. So they are extremely motivated. Plus, they're here local. They know how to get things done in Texas. They know our taxes. They know our insurance. And plus. They want to have a good local reputation, so they want your experience to be as easy and positive as possible. They'd love to have your referrals, just like anybody who's in sales. Referrals are king, so they want to do a good job for you so you can refer your family and friends. But my recommendation would be use a local lender. Next, what repairs really add value? Again, if it's mechanical, structural, you need to take care of that regardless. And that would be if there's any safety hazards, if the roof is shot, if you've got foundation problems, those need to be taken care of. Used to be paint and flooring is important, but again, in this market, not so much. If your flooring, if your carpet's just horrible, and I've in 30 years, I've been in houses where when I walk across the carpet, I feel like going outside and burning my shoes. But if something's a real horrible turnoff, yeah, you ought to address that. But understand that whatever your repairs are, you can only expect to get maybe about 25% of what you spent back. You're never, no matter what the market is doing, you're never going to get back dollar for dollar. Never, ever, never, never. About 25% of what you spend could you expect to get back in value. All right, next. Is it better to own or rent? Okay, it's absolutely better to own. And you can go online, and some people try to build the case that it's better to rent. That's silly nonsense. Throwing your money away on rent and having nothing to show for it, how could that possibly be a good idea? It's a good idea for the landlord. He loves it. You're making the landlord richer, but you don't have any ownership in anything. When you own, and talk to your accountant, but when you own, you can write off part of your property taxes, you can write off part of your mortgage interest that you pay, and you get to realize the appreciation in the value. Does real estate go up? Absolutely, real estate goes up. So you're there, you buy it, you live in it several years, values go up, especially in Texas. Property values are absolutely going up. So you get great tax breaks, and you get to realize that appreciation because you bought an asset that appreciates in value. Now, you compare all those advantages to throwing your money away on rent, making the landlord richer. How can anybody build a case that renting is a better idea? How much do you need for a down payment? Typically, if you're going VA, you don't have to put any money down. If you're going FHA, 3.5% of what the sales price is. And if you're going conventional, 5%. Now, in this market, if you could put down more, it's going to make your offer look more attractive. If you're putting down just a bare minimum, and if that's all you can do, then that's all you can do. But if you could put down more, it makes your offer look more attractive. Plus, if you could put down 20%, you could avoid mortgage insurance. So the more you could afford to put down, the better. What else? I think that's the highlights of it right there. I've been doing this 30 years. Anything I can do to be of help, feel free to reach out to me. Contact me, direct message me, inbox me, whatever. I'm happy to help. If you've got questions about selling your house, love to chat with you. If you have questions about... Hello, are we still there? But you love Facebook Live. It just came, it just went, and now we're back. I assume we're back up. So anyway, if I can do anything to be of help, Brent Jones, New Home Source Realty, 214-649-4528. You have any seller questions, contact me. You have any buyer questions, contact me. I've been doing this for 30 years. I've helped, I don't know, thousands of people. I'd love for you to be the next one. Brent Jones, 214-649-4528. Have a great day. Bye-bye.